Hey guys, Varun Marathe here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the display issues that are there on the OnePlus 8 Pro. Now, I'm making this video because many of my subscribers have asked me that I am facing such issues. So all my views will be based on the unit that I have been using. This is a retail unit, by the way. This is not a review unit. I have purchased this. So these are my views on it. So basically there are three main issues that are there on the internet right now regarding the display. So the number one being the black bar around the hole, number two is the green tint, and number three is the black crush issue. So let's begin with the black bar issue. So the black bar issue is when the brightness is all the way low and you are in a dark room. Near this hole punch over here, you will see a black bar. Now again, let me make it clear, that is only when you are viewing a particular image which is having a dark background which is grayish brown and the display is set at 120 hertz. So that is only time you will see this. So what I'll do, and I'll just show you the image. So basically this was the image which someone sent me and asked me to see it at the lowest brightness in the dark room, and that is when that black bar appeared. Now I'll show you an image on the screen right now where you will see that how the black bar appears when the display is at 120 hertz and when it is at 60 hertz. So at 60 hertz basically the black bar does not exist, or it is at its minimum. So now the conditions for this to appear is the brightness is at its lowest and you are watching that particular image with that background. Now interesting fact about this is when you're watching a video with similar kind of background at the brightness at lowest and the room being dark, you don't see that black bar at all. So according to me, this is majorly an hardware limitation rather than an issue, because if you see at this top area, the bar which is available, the image that I showed you, it is where the icons would appear. And considering the fact that it only appears when the display is at 120 Hz and not at 60 Hz and only at images, I think this issue is because of the variable refresh rate feature that is present on this OnePlus 8 Pro. Because as you know, in order to save battery, the display occasionally goes down from 120 Hz to 60 Hz in apps and functions that do not support 120 Hz. And basically what I believe is this area where the black bar appears is the area where this icons, this time and everything will appear. This never needs to be at 120 Hz. So when the other display is showing things at 120 Hz, specifically that image, because when you zoom in and zoom out of that image, even though the image is static, that feature uses that 120 Hz smoothing on the screen in order to get that smooth effect. So other area of the display would be at 120 Hz, but that area where the icons are displayed won't be. So maybe, just maybe, this is my personal thought, so this is an hardware limitation, because when you watch a video, as you all know, any video is not seen in 120 Hz, it is played at 60 Hz. So because of that, you don't see that even though you have the same lowest brightness and the similar background. So it is not exactly an issue for me personally, but if you find it as an issue in your device, I would suggest that you should get it replaced or get a refund, because ultimately it's about customer satisfaction, and if it is affecting your own performance or your own experience, then I think you should go ahead with it. Personally, for me, this does not seem like an issue, and we'll just wait and watch how OnePlus responds to it. So the second issue that I'm going to talk about is the green tint. Now, the green tint in my unit, I'll confess, there is no such issue as green tint. Again, the green tint issue was noticed when the display brightness is at its lowest and you are in those certain applications where the background is gray. So what I personally feel this might be because is when you go in the display settings over here and the advanced setting, we have the screen's calibration mode. So as you all know that when you fiddle with this, the RGB value of the screen changes accordingly. So there are multiple modes right now, is vivid, natural, and in advanced section we have this 3 more modes, and again in the end you get to fiddle with this cold and warm settings. So I think that green tint issue which is there on those particular devices, it might be a result of the settings some of the other settings which are there in this, I don't know, because I have set my phone on AMOLED wide gamut because I like vivid colors, and in this settings I do not have that green tint issue. OnePlus officially has released a statement that they are going to release a software update to fix this. So basically they have acknowledged that maybe a few devices might be having that green tint issue. Now this is my personal opinion, this might be because of the screen calibration mode that some users in that particular setting are experiencing this issue. So again, my unit does not have that issue, so I have no problems with it whatsoever. If you are facing this issue, then again you can go to OnePlus, approach them and ask for a refund or a replacement, because they have been doing the same in the US since the phone launched about a month prior in US. So these articles are about me, and OnePlus has officially stated that green tint and black crush issue is basically a software issue and not a hardware issue. So we'll see what update do they push, but since my device do not have that issue, I cannot say that if that issue will be solved or not. So that's another thing. And the last is the black crush issue. Now the black crush issue again appears when you are basically watching a video at its lowest brightness. So let me just show you this. Now again, it would be very difficult for me to show you this because in this bright environment, but me personally haven't faced any of that issue whatsoever. So I don't have many videos where there are darker elements, but we'll just try to see how this goes and if I am able to replicate. But I haven't faced that black crush issue again myself personally, so I don't know if this will justify. So again, the brightness is at the lowest over here, and more or less this is about the reflection rather than anything that I am seeing. But as you can see, there is no crush in brightness as such. This because in everything in black appears as it should, and it's pretty natural that when you reduce the brightness of your screen, the areas which are in shadow will definitely become darker and it will be difficult to see whatever you are seeing on the screen. So again, this issue for me personally did not exist. There are a few videos where they showed them watching Harry Potter movie on Amazon Prime, and that's where the Voldemort scene comes in. You can see the black crush issue in effect. Again, that issue does not exist on my device. So basically these three main issues which are there of the display in OnePlus 8 Pro, I feel that for me they were not existent on my device, except the black bar issue around the hole punch which I have shown you. And I personally think that is a hardware limitation. Maybe if OnePlus just pushes an update for that also, because that regions appears to be at 60 Hz all the time, and that's the reason it's happening for a particular scenario, which personally I never am in that scenario. I never like to see anything at the lowest of the brightness. But if it is affecting you as an individual, you have every right to get the refund or replacement or an answer from the company, because now this phone is costly. It has entered the flagship territory, and I believe because that has happened, the company is responsible for every small things which are there. And for a phone having display issues, and if customers are uncomfortable about it, I think you should definitely approach the company and get a refund. But again, it's a personal individual issue. My unit does not have it. The black bar issue does not bother me that much, because I feel it is a limitation rather than a problem, because of that 120 Hz variable refresh rate which is available. There was a solution on Reddit where it says that if you switch off the DC dimming option, that does not happen. So again, that's what I'm telling you. If this was a permanent issue, it would have appeared while watching videos, it would have appeared while your display is on 60 Hz, but it is not. So this is just my personal thing. I don't feel it like it's a big problem for me. It does not affect my experience at all. I am never using my display at the lowest brightness anyways, so I don't face that personal issue, and I do not have that green tint issue or the black crush issue. So those two issues are major issues. If your unit is having them, maybe try to fiddle with the calibration settings which I shown you. If it does not help, definitely go for a refund or replacement. So yeah guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so that I can bring you more such videos and help my channel grow. And I hope everyone, you and everyone in your family is safe in this situation. So stay home guys, and I hope you like this video and I've answered all your queries. If you have any more queries, feel free to write in the comments, and I'll try to reply to each and every comment that you guys have. Thank you guys and have a nice day.